Hello guys, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing a fantastic. I hope you are doing well. And I hope you are having a good day because it's a pretty good day for me. The weather, as you can see, y'all know how I act when the weather is good. But how y'all doing? Seriously. The reason why I ask y'all how you are doing is because I think it's a good thing to ask yourself, you know, like that mirror work that we talk about. Like I'm looking in the camera and I'm saying to myself, Cheryl, how you doing today? Are you doing okay? And so my answer is yes, I'm doing pretty good today. It's a good day. Yeah. All things are well. I'm checking into my mental health. I am honoring myself. I am taking care of the body, the spirit, the mind, all things me. I'm attending to myself today. So I'm having lunch. So I went to the Panera. Y'all, I got a combination of stuff. I'm telling you right now. So I went to the Panera Bread and I got a green smoothie. Y'all see how green that is? Let's do a thumbnail. Oh, just letting you know to stop by this channel because we're happy over here. So I got the green smoothie. And when I'm at the mall, by the way, Triangle Mall here in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where I am. So anyway, the mall is right over there, y'all. And I kind of pulled in this little area so I can be away from everybody. But anyway, so I was wanting, as soon as I get to talking to y'all, my nose get to running. Ooh, it's the change of weather. And it's a little itchy. So anyway, y'all, I sanitized my hands already. And I know it's a lot of sun, so it's going to be hard for y'all to see. But I went and got me some crab wontons. Because the last time we ate them here on our channel, I didn't like them. I didn't like them. So I went to the place where I know they were going to give me what I was looking for. And it was this. Okay, these. All right, so it's 3 of them, y'all. And they're so pretty. They are so pretty. So this is the second thing. That's cream cheese right in there, y'all. That's a good thumbnail. And then they got this red sauce that goes with it. And then, so that was the second place. So Panera Breads, and this was some type of Japanese Chinese place. Because you know in the mall they got all the eateries. So for the third place, this lady let me sample her chicken. Okay? And so this is what I got for us for the third tray. So we got green beans, y'all. And they so long and beautiful. Look at that. Oh. Let's see. Okay. And this is green beans, and it's got big onions in it and some other type of vegetables. And this is like a chicken. So she let me taste it. Y'all see all that texture? Y'all see that? It's almost like it's a glaze on it, honey. So in the real to the life, it's dark, right? So it's like a dark red. But anyway, let's try. Let me bless the food. My mouth is so watery. Woo. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. Y'all, I sanitized my hands already. I'm gonna tell you what right now. They did an excellent job with this chicken. Okay? It's good. Mmm. These beans, a little piece of crunchy. Y'all, it was nice and cool this morning, honey, but it's a 77 degrees. This is a summer day. It's beautiful. This is so good. Mmm. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a lot of food, y'all, so I'm going to share this. Because I got to go back to the shop in 49 minutes. And the salon is like 4 minutes up from where I am now. I'm right down the street. The mall is right here. Like, I can walk to the mall. And then after that, I'm done for the day. I'm going home. And I can share this with Ashley. Y'all want another piece? See, It's crunchy. So good. And sweet, right? And it's got a good crunch on the outside. It's hard on the outside, not like a bad hard, but like good, a good hard. And then it's super moist on the inside, so it's real good. Y'all, I'm still losing weight. I look good. I'm excited that I've been able to cut back. And that it's working for me. I'm doing a lot of intermittent fasting. So going like 18 hours before I eat. And you know what I think will be real good, y'all? Seriously though. We'll get to the point where I can go like 48 hours without eating a solid meal. Other than fruits, nuts, and lots of water. You know, just snacking. You know what I'm saying? Instead of... Because I have realized that my body feels better when I ain't got no food in it. I got plenty of energy, y'all, and let me tell you, honey, this is my little piece of therapy for me. It's just him. It's that. It's so good. And the cream cheese, oh my God, that's inside this thing. And it's pretty big, too. And they give you 3 of them. We're not going to eat all 3, though. Ooh, child. Comatosis, honey. Comatosis. And this is the thing. When I go to other places, they don't have this. I mean, they do, but it don't taste good like this here. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I hate when something slipped down my throat. You know, I haven't chewed it properly. I hate that because y'all know I chew all day and all night. Y'all know that? But listen, y'all. Who's that? Curl educators. What in the world is that? What's the email, y'all? Now, y'all, I know it's a lot going on YouTube. And I know y'all got y'all favorite people that y'all watch. Okay? But right now, I'm focusing on one of my most favorite, excuse me, this cream cheese is thick in my mouth. Favorite people in the world, which is Carlton Pearson. And I told y'all he was transitioning as we speak. This is good. So there are lots of people who are honoring him so beautifully all over the place, especially YouTube. He has so many friends. He has so many people that he has impacted greatly. He's responsible, I'm telling you, for so much joy and happiness in people's lives. And you know, on my level, I want to be that way too. Because that's what it's all about. You understand what I'm saying? And I was so happy to hear all of the different ones talk about when they met him, or when they heard Azusa Street for the first time, or you know, different ones who had already had a relationship with him, and they would text and they would call, and the things that he was the things that he said to them, and how he encouraged them, and how he understood them, and how he made space for them. Carlton Pearson was just love. When I watched the video I watched this morning, and I'm going to share it to the community wall so y'all can watch it. These were about 6 African American bishops and doctors and folks that are very impactful in this world were on that panel. And I've listened to each of them speak, and they didn't take too long, you know what I'm saying? But every word that they said, every one of them, I was so smitten by them and what they were saying. And at the end of the day, like I said before, Carlton Pearson was love. He was love when it comes to saying we're not going to demonize, throw in the trash same gender loving people. We're going to accept them. We're going to love them. We're going to motivate them. We're going to encourage them. We're going to give them the best that we got. That's what Carlton Pearson did. That's it, and that's all. Also, y'all, I'm gonna get back in here with this chicken, and I'm gonna dip it in this sauce here. Also, Carlton hold on, y'all. I got some hot sauce too. When he sort of what one of the doctors on the panel this morning, basically this is her verbiage. She said that basically he went to court with the bishops. Do you understand what I'm saying? He had to go and plead his case to them about inclusion, about including in the same gender loving people. He had to go and plead his case to the bishops of the Church in God in Christ. The doctor said also that she believed, and other people did too, that the bishops had already made up their mind, but their Carlton was saying that God had forgiven their sins, our sins, and anybody else's sins, that it wasn't indicative of God's character to judge people and to put them in a hell. That's what Carlton was saying. And that love is the remedy for all of that stuff. That's what Carlton was saying. But they knew what he was saying, and they had already concluded that he was going to be called a heretic and banned from the churches, right? But the doctor brought up something that literally like had me into tears. Something that made me see myself in where I could be a better person, or I need to be a better person. Because I would not have done what Carlton Pearson did. Let me tell you what he did. Let me tell you what they did. So, They deemed him a heretic. Y'all all know that. Okay. And they told him, we're done with you. They threw him in the trash. Okay. One of the female doctors said, Carlton knew that some of those bishops were homosexual. The ones that were judging him, and the ones that would send that judgment down through the church channel and eventually end his career. That they themselves were guilty of the homosexuality. He knew for a fact that they were. And yet, he did not out them. Did y'all hear that? The people who were saying, there were some of the bishops who were condemning gay behavior, same gender loving people, and he knew that they were same gender loving, but he didn't out them. And when I looked at that, I said, oh my God, he's better than I am. And I got to do better. Being that what you talk about, instead of talking about something and not being that something. Carlton Pearson was love. And the preachers that was stoning him for saying that he's deciding to love same gender loving people, and they were same gender loving under disguise or behind the mask, he knowing that he did not out them out. He stayed in the love for them. He demonstrated what he believed that God was. He included them, and then he forgave them without outing them as they outed him. Not for being gay, but they outed him in the way of calling him a heretic and saying that he was condemned and that God was not with him. What y'all think about that? He's better than me. I couldn't have done it. I would have called him out. At this time in my life. Now I see I need to work on myself. Amazing. I left that video in tears for more than one reason. Y'all, we got to be about what we talk about. You understand what I'm saying? It's not even the talking about the something, but it's the being the something. And then if you're not all of what you feel like you should be, then you can talk about that. But to paint a picture like you're perfect, or that you've arrived in a certain area and you have not, that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be that. Carlton Pearson showed us the way, y'all. The way of love in demonstration. Not the doctrine. Demonstration, because he demonstrated it. When somebody is putting you down, talking about you, dragging you through the mud, trying to end your career, but you don't fight them back. He demonstrated that love. Carlton Pearson was love. When I heard the 6 phenomenal people on that panel, and I'm going to share that video so y'all can see it. All of them I love and respect at this point. Because in my video that I did the other night, I came up with the same conclusion. See, I did my video before I saw that panel. They came up with the same thing. He demonstrated love. Carlton Pearson is love. When he talk about not dealing with that angry God, forsaking that angry God, not believing in that angry God and putting that angry God to the side, he did that in that bishopric 20 years ago. And then he grew beyond that love. That was love 20 years ago. He grew beyond that. Or even 20 years since that happened. So now he was just leaking and oozing love. Not the doctrine. We talking about the deed of love, the action of it, the being of the love. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. What discipline? Carlton Pearson was acting like he was adulting. He was not being a child. And that's why I can see how he sees the God of the Old Testament as something that man created. Because Carlton, being somebody so full of the love, it'd be easy for him to see the Old Testament God as something other than real. Or what they said about him. Yeah. So I'm so excited. I will be watching all of the good videos that I'm seeing now, the panels of these wonderful, phenomenal folks who all had valid and beautiful points. And I'm super excited about me, but because before I seen any of that, I was talking about what I see, what I know, what I've observed from Carlton Pearson, and they all dealt with all those things in that video because they talked about a lot of the same things. Y'all, I'm tell you right now, the second part of Carlton Pearson's life may not be in a whole bunch of glitter, glitz, and gold. And I want to correct myself and let y'all know that his information is not in Yale's library. It's in Howard University. It's in their library, the archives. Because they talked about that too. That being his legacy, his work, all of those YouTube videos while he was doing YouTube videos. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I be saying to y'all, deep laners, and for the ones that's going to listen to this video, YouTube is not just for entertainment. Oh my God. Is that all you see in YouTube? Is that's what you use it for? Because that's not what I see. See, it's all about what a person see. What you pay attention to. See what I'm saying? Before I got on YouTube, I knew that it was a place that God uses. Social media is the modern day church. You say, Cheryl Grabowski, if you don't stop acting a nut, social media is the modern day church. It's the new way. Yeah. It's a lot of toxic stuff on social media, you know. It's a lot of toxic stuff. But I tell you what, honey, it's some wonderful things. Social media and some of these platforms have the power to redirect, rebuild, reboot, give you what you need. This is the life's buffet. And I've been saying that for years. But this video that I found this morning, I'm going to share it to the community wall. It is the life buffet. This video is all these wonderful people who started off life so humble, and they've reached certain heights, and you know, it's just fantastic. And all of the different things that they've said about Carlton, he was so impactful to their lives, and it resonated with me. I understood it because I know for sure. I thank God for him. I really do. His legacy will be way beyond a bishop in the Church of God in Christ. They have no idea. They have no idea. They could never. Ooh, child. They could never reach the heights that Carlton Pearson has reached. Because one of the doctors said on the panel, I said, girl, you better preach, baby. You better preach. She said the courage of that man. My God. Back in the days when I was a good old Christian, and I was reading my Bible all the time. Because see, it's whatever stands out to you. It's whatever resonates with you that's going to give you a picture of who you really are. But I couldn't believe, my thing, what I saw was, there's no devil that got no power over me. Scripture told me when I was a good old Christian, behold, I give you power over all the powers of the enemy, and nothing by any means shall hurt you. I believed that. That canceled out devils. Y'all scared of devils. You got to ask yourself why. That's any kind. They were talking about Carlton and the courage. It takes courage to walk away from organized religion. Yeah, because the doctrine is saying that you're going to perish physically and spiritually. That's what the doctrines say. The preachers say it too. They'll take their mouth, they'll ball their mouth down and put it on you just like that. And y'all, listen, deep laners, y'all, I know. Trust me when I tell you, I know. They might say they don't do that, but they do that. When they get amongst themselves, they do that. They do that. Carlton Pearson was courageous. That kind of courage most people don't have, y'all. I'm telling you. Not that kind. But you got to be courageous, though, to step away from organized religion. You cannot be a punk. It's not for the weak or the feeble-minded. Or the double-minded. It ain't for none of them. Because one of the things you got to do, just like I said in my other video, you got to cross that bridge. On that bridge is lions, tigers, bears, and alligators, and you got to cross that bridge. But when you got courage causes you to levitate. You know what levitate means? It's a spiritual practice. It's where you get so spiritual that your feet come up off the ground and you levitate above the ground. So then you don't have to worry about the lion, the tiger, the bear, and the alligator, because you are way above them. And even the tiger can jump a certain height. Tiger can jump real high. But if you levitate right, you got the right kind of courage, honey, the tiger can't reach you neither. And you can cross that bridge. That's what the fear and of not participating in organized religion, it make you scared, because you know that you don't want to cross that bridge and deal with the lions, the tigers, the bears, and the alligators. And you have to be courageous. Another thing, hold on, y'all. There's some good stuff on that video, honey. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up the video. And please leave a comment. Hold on. So, I forgot my thing on thought. What was it? Oh my God, it was so good. Oh my God, I forgot, y'all. Organized religion. But anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all on the live. Hopefully we can go live tonight. I'll see y'all very shortly. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And take some time to look up Bishop Carlton Pearson. Okay? I love y'all. See you on the next video. Bye.